it's fundamentally clear that AI is no longer just a hype word. It's radically going to transform every single part of procurement. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 ways that AI is very likely going to revolutionize everything we do. And just the caveat here, I'm not going to mention any specific supplier, vendor who can do these kinds of things for you. I think you should absolutely go and do your own research. And I'm also restricted in what I can advertise and say with my current employment. So with that said, let's talk about automating repetitive tasks, because let's face it, technology is already able, even without generative AI, to repeat and do a bunch of the tasks that us humans simply no longer want to do. This could be like creating records, taking data that's been inputted in somewhere, putting it into a master record, really cool basic stuff like that. However, we're actually now going a level above this. So for example, if someone in my organization has a request and they use natural language, right? They just simply type in their request on their laptop. From that, we can generate RFX documents immediately. Like, that's super amazing to see. And this is only going to get better as well, the technology in this space, to the point where we can now build multiple RFPs, RFQs, whatever type of RF you're focused on. They're just for clarity, that's request for quotation. Typically just standard goods, you're going for a request for proposal where you're looking to get way more input from the supplier. I've done a whole video on this, please check it out. And it can send it out to all of these suppliers that have either been pre-vetted, selected in advance, and do all the hard work for you. This is a really onerous task. I've made loads of these documents over the years. Despise doing it is a really soul draining part of procurement, yet it's a really important bit to get right. Next, I think there's a really interesting space here for three-way matching, invoice matching, things like that. There's effectively just a number of checks that need to be done based on data coming in. We've already got accounts payable, tech out there doing really cool stuff and leveraging AI. I'm really excited by this because at the moment we've got a whole team, typically of people, accounts payable, that do very important, but ultimately at times some basic work. And they could probably add more value into the wider finance or procurement supply chain ecosystem within your organization by leveraging their time elsewhere. And just think about it. Imagine not having to constantly have a human in the loop, just so that stuff works in the background. That's kind of what we're looking to achieve with agent AI that's coming into, I would say, more of the mainstream, although you ask 99% of people and they have no idea what that is. Agent AI is really going to support this. We've even just seen today, the day I'm recording this, it's the 15th of January, that OpenAI just their GPT offering so that it can now repeat certain tasks. So I can say, send me a reminder every morning to go work out, and it will do that. And of course, that's a really basic example here, but you can see where this is hopefully going to take us in the near future. It's one I've mentioned in other videos, but real-time supplier risk monitoring is so huge. We're just vastly outgunned, let's say, with regards to the amount of data out there, the amount of potential risks with our suppliers. And it's just impossible for a human to go through all of this data, all of this information, and make a proper risk decision. This is where we absolutely need to be relying on technology that scrapes vast amounts of data from various different sources, has various layers where they cleanse the data, run it through whatever algorithms they have to give you a outlook at the end, which you can digest in moments and then make a decision on. I'm really bullish on this. And I noticed that I wasn't going to mention products or anything here. The one that I can mention that does a really good job here is the product I work on at Gatekeeper, which is Market IQ, and it's just phenomenal. So I'm really excited to see where that product alone will continue going, but also all the other products and all the other solutions in the market, because this is a very much needed solution for every procurement team out there. And once again, like I'm just going to chuck Gatekeeper into the forefront here, but smarter contract management, using AI to extract obligations, contract clauses, to assist with redlining and reviewing contracts. All of this is now massively possible. I'd actually urge you to just play around with GPT Get GPT to make you a dumping contract. Yes, you can do this. And then just ask it to review the contract based on 5 specific things you want to check. Do limits of liability, indemnification, jurisdiction, choice of law, and whatever else, payment terms. Honestly, it is phenomenal at how good it is to go and pick out of that contract those specific points and tell you exactly what's going on. From there, you can also use it to redraft, redline, right, if you're in legal, and make improvements to that contract. Using the canvas mode in GPT is really cool. If you have an enterprise or a team account within your organization, you can do all of this with real contracts because your data is protected. Hopefully, for example, the one I use at Gatekeeper, none of our data is used to train the models. It's all secure. So I'm super happy about that. This is a really exciting space, and I'm just, genuinely really looking forward to it. One other area, AI negotiations. There's one company, Pactum AI, that I've been following now for like 4 or 5 years. They just do incredible things in this space. I think they're absolutely the market leader in autonomous negotiations, using AI agents and bots to negotiate with counterparts, which are both human and AI. This is really going to be what the future of negotiation will look like. And I always see people talking about it, especially on LinkedIn, where at the moment people in procurement really like to make themselves like the saviors of business. And they always say that negotiation needs people, but when you put 2 AIs together that know the rules, they understand the game, they're just going to negotiate the best deal instantly for both parties. A win-win solution is going to be far easier to achieve when you take all the emotion and humans out of it. So I'm really, really excited by autonomous negotiations. I genuinely think it's going to be absolutely incredible to see this technology go completely mainstream, probably over the next couple of years. But there's already signs that a lot of big enterprise companies are getting a lot of value from using technology like this. And then the one that I keep just banging the drum on, predictive analytics for demand forecasting, being able to support all of the different data points from social media, real world scenarios, whether the current trends in the market for buying new items, clothing, new partnerships in different games and things like that, that just drive real world expenditure into physical, tangible goods, is going to be something incredible, to be honest. So I'm really excited for this one. And I just think it's going to make the life of people who are trying to capture the demand ahead of time so much easier. So just to recap, we've discussed 5 things here today. We've talked about automating repetitive tasks, real-time supplier risk monitoring, smarter contract management, so bullish on this one, AI enhanced negotiation or AI negotiation, autonomous negotiation, those kinds of things, and then predictive analytics for demand forecasting. I think these 5 are going to remain rather big themes for the next couple of years. We'll see more strides in each of those this year. Before you go, make sure you check out this video just here. It's a deep dive into some of the trends that I think that you will be uncovering, discovering, and hopefully implementing in 2025. See you soon.